Hi students, how are you all? Welcome back to our biology class. Today let us discuss part 2 in nutrition in plants. What is our topic, Nana? Nutrition in plants. In that we are going to discuss part 2. Nutrition in plants is of two types. Autotrophic nutrition, heterotrophic nutrition. Students, we discussed about the autotrophic nutrition in our previous class. What is the process? Photosynthesis. Today in this class, especially we are going to discuss under the other modes of nutrition about heterotrophic nutrition. What is heterotrophic nutrition? And how many modes or types of heterotrophic nutrition are there? Let us observe the video. What are the four types in heterotrophic nutrition? Yeah, saprotrophic nutrition, parasitic nutrition, insectivorous nutrition, and symbiosis or symbiotic nutrition. So now let us discuss about the saprotrophic nutrition. Students, before going to know about the saprotrophic nutrition, let us know what is heterotrophic nutrition. Here, hetero means other, trophic mechanism or synthesis. So, in non-green plants such as yeast, mushroom, these cannot make their own food. For their food, they depend on other plants or animals directly or indirectly. Therefore, they are called heterotrophs. This type of nutrition is called heterotrophic nutrition. Is it clear, students? Saprotrophic nutrition and first one. Here, this example for saprophytic nutrition is mushrooms. Students, these mushrooms obtain nutrients from dead and decaying organic matter. What are saprophytes? How do they take food? They obtain nutrients or food from the dead and decaying organic matter. So the organism which exhibit this type of nutrition are called or is called saprotrophic nutrition. Is it clear, students? Now let us see the example on the image. Example of heterotrophic nutrition. Here animal is depending on plants for its food.
Saprotrophic nutrition. Have you seen mushrooms? Can you tell whether it is a plant or an animal? Let's do an activity to study fungi in detail. Leave the pieces of a bread in a moist, warm place for 2 to 3 days. Carefully observe the patches under a magnifying glass. You will see cotton-like threads spread on the bread. These organisms are called fungi. They secrete digestive juices on the dead and decaying matter and convert it into a solution. Then they absorb the nutrients from it.
Students, this is called saprotrophic nutrition. Is it clear? Yes, students, you also do the same activity at your home. Saprophytic nutrition, mushrooms. Will you do the activity? Yeah. Now, the second mode of nutrition in heterotrophic nutrition is the parasitic nutrition. What is the second one, Nana? Parasitic. The example for the parasitic nutrition is cuscuta. Now, let us see what is the definition of parasitic nutrition. The organisms which live on or in other living organisms and derive food from the others. Students, what is the meaning of parasitic nutrition? Organisms which live in or on other living organisms and derive food from the others is called parasitic nutrition. Means the organism which is giving support is called host. The organism which is depending on the plant is called parasite. Now we will see the parasitic nutrition with example.
The species in Cuscuta is dodder. It does not contain any leaves. It is a twining, parasitic plant that belongs to Morning Splendor family. These species generally contain 170 twining species and are broadly distributed throughout the moderate and tropical regions of the world. The dodder species does not contain chlorophyll. It absorbs food through haustoria, which are root-like organs that penetrate towards the tissue of a host plant and even may kill it. But it has been found that Cuscuta reflexa contains a very small amount of chlorophyll. The thin, string-like stems of the dodder may be of different colors like yellow, orange, pink or brown. The dodder's flowers are of tiny yellow or white bell-like, lobed corollas, united petals. Let us now learn about the formation of dodder. The dodder's seed grows slowly and forms an anchoring root and grows in a spiral fashion and reaches a host plant. It then waves around the stem of the host plant and throws out haustoria, which diffuses it. The water species is drawn through the haustoria of the corresponding host plant stem and xylem, and the nutrients are drawn from its phloem.
So like this, in Cuscuta, depending on host plant and the host plant itself supply mineral, water, everything to the parasitic plant to Cuscuta. This is the best example for parasitic nutrition. Is it clear, students? First one saprotrophic nutrition, second one parasitic nutrition. The third one is symbiotic nutrition. It is also called as this process symbiosis. What is it called, Nana? Symbiosis. Example for this mode of nutrition is Rhizobium and Leguminaceae belonging family plants like bean, pea, and also lichens. Now, what is the definition of symbiosis or symbiotic nutrition? Association of two different organisms for the mutual benefits is called symbiosis. Now, observe the diagrammatic representation of symbiosis.
Example, roots of leguminous plants like gram, beans, etc. contain nodules having rhizobium bacteria. Bacteria convert atmospheric nitrogen into nitrates, which are used by leguminous plants. Rhizobium depends on the plant for its food. Thus, leguminous plants and rhizobium have a symbiotic relation.
So here, leguminaceae plants give shelter to the rhizobium bacteria, and rhizobium bacteria supply nitrogen which is in the soil and atmospheric cycle, which cannot be taken directly by the plant, can be converted with the help of this rhizobium bacteria into salts or useful forms like nitrate and nitrites and obtained to the plants. This is the association of two organisms. For what? What is the definition I said, Nana? Association of two different organisms for the mutual benefits. So the both will be benefited here. So this type of relationship is called symbiotic relationship. Fourth one, what is that, Nana? Special mode of nutrition, insectivorous plants. So that can be seen in insectivorous plants. What is this insectivorous plants nutrition? It's a very interesting, amazing. Look at the image and let you know the definition, students. Very important. eating insects for fulfilling nitrogen requirement is called insectivorous nutrition, or it can be seen in insectivorous plants. Is it not amazing, students? Plants eating insects. Yeah. So few plants feed on insects to fulfill their nitrogen requirement. Such insect eating plants are called insectivorous plants. Now let us see the image. Insectivorous plants. Few plants supplement their nutrition by trapping and digesting insects. They have a special methods to capture their food. Such plants are known as carnivorous or insectivorous plants. Why do they call as carnivorous plants, ma? As they are eating flesh of insects. Example for insectivorous plants is pitcher plant, venuflypap, Utricularia, Drosera. These are the few examples for insectivorous.
How does a pitcher plant capture insects? In a pitcher plant, the leaf is modified to form a pitcher-like structure. When any insect sits on the pitcher, the lid is closed. It is then digested by the secretion of enzymes.
Okay, student, is it clear heterotrophic nutrition? Bye. Unlimited possibilities are here. Do you accept it? Let us grow. Let us grow in the field of I grow.